Hi.
I
You're
so
so strong for doing this.
yeah, I'm so sick right now. I'm so sick, haha. Um,
But you're gonna do great.
so how do you first of all, how do you feel about Miai? Like Mirai?
Honestly, I think I think it's a pretty cute name. I can't lie.
It is definitely one of the better names for a group that's come out a survival show recently.
Oh yeah, like I think it's the best one.
Girl, what is Elzup? What is Kepler?
What is Zero Base One? What is Cherry Bonbon Girls 303?
What is IOI? Honestly. So I guess technically we're doing both elimination episodes.
Oh yeah, we
So
are because whatever,
I'm
this is how the cards are being dealt.
you may say, "Oh, but you so I watched the finale live through basically how I watched it was I was watching someone Twitch streaming someone else's like other Twitch streams that kept being taken down, but this one was flipped.
Wow. So it was I am for you instead of me I.
It seemed really rough because a lot of channels were being taken down.
Oh no.
It's
Yeah, I was
very rough.
impressed that you went for it live.
Well, I couldn't sleep anyway because I couldn't breathe at all during the sleep. I haven't been able to fall asleep since 4 due to the can't breathe out of my face.
Oh, that sucks.
No, it's okay. So one thing about, I mean, we should probably do the first limb we watched together first, but one thing's about the actual show is that I was expecting the Boys Planet things. In comparison, these Japanese shows haul ass. We are in and out. We aren't doing the song backstories. We show you 3 songs, we immediately announce everyone, and we go home.
Wow. I mean, I guess I
We
didn't watch it live, so that's wow.
maybe I bounced early, but they didn't even get an all-girl leap high, like an all-girl signal song.
Wow.
That was crazy. Not many crazy hair changes in the finale, by the way. The most relevant one is that Kagura finally dyed her hair back and
Thank you,
Rin
Kagura.
took out her extensions.
Good. I needed Bob Brand back. Did we do like I literally can't even remember what our last episode was about. Did we talk about A to Z and stuff? Okay, our last episode was episode 8.
Yeah.
Second elimination. So we
Yes.
haven't talked about Baddie and Toxic and
How do you like it? I mean, we have the same rankings for which song is better. Go ahead.
I mean, but I felt like the performances changed my opinions. Like when we saw them all performed, I was slightly surprised to see how low Popcorn was. Popcorn was probably my favorite stage, even though the song sucks.
I think that's fair.
I just thought they were all like so cute and happy, and I loved that they put smoke in the bubbles to make it pop like popcorn.
That was so good.
And the outfits were probably the best.
For some reason, I said that, like, for some reason, the stage was giving Tri-B to me.
No, I think you're right. I think that's true.
Like, it's more, like, straight up cutesy than what they do, but for some reason, it was really giving Tri-B.
No, I get it. Cute with, like, a little taste of, Limited 2.
It's like they're wearing, like, someone's wearing a harness, but it's, like, pink, right?
Yeah. Okay. That's a good... I'm thinking, like, holographic shorts.
Kokona got to rap.
Kokona got to rap, so I hope she had fun. Honestly, my strongest players in that group besides Sakura were Coconut and Hazuki, so I was really surprised to see their results.
Love you, Hazuki. Poor Hazuki.
They both only got 1 vote. I was so sad for them. That was crazy.
Is it because, like, part of it's like, okay, if you like popcorn, then you probably like popcorn for cute stuff. So, like, it's sort of like, if you like popcorn, you probably don't like rap, right?
Yeah. That's true.
I thought they did really well. Like, the stage was very cute. Love seeing Sakura yell.
Always.
Let's go with Baddie.
I liked Baddie more than I thought I would too, I think. Like, even when I went to the Spotify to listen to the songs afterwards, Baddie was one of the ones that I was like, maybe I would put this in a playlist.
Oh, interesting. I find that interesting.
Didn't, but I thought about it.
Something that I noticed about Baddie versus Toxic is that there is some account that's like, hey, here are where all the fashion pieces are sourced from the stage outfits, right?
Okay.
Between Baddie and Toxic, which one is wearing like hundreds of dollar pieces and which one is wearing Shein?
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, Baddie looks like the Shein one.
I'm sorry, but you got it backwards.
Dang it.
Coconut was wearing 2 Shein pieces. Like, these girls were wearing cider. They were wearing Dolls Kill.
Wow.
Shein.
Wow.
Crazy out here.
I'm just shocked because I feel like, well, first off, I would not have styled Baddie like this, and I wouldn't have done the stage setting like this either. I feel like we're at a point where to successfully pull off like the wannabe like 90s hip hop, I don't know if I would classify it as that, but you know what I'm trying to say. If you are going for this aesthetic, we need to make it look like the girls are here to have fun, not to be a badass.
Lean more on the less on the Blackpink and more on the skater graffiti side.
Yes, completely.
How would you have, because one of the things about, here's the thing, the problem with A to Z and Popcorn and Baddie and Toxic is that they're the same concept, so you have to make them look completely different. So like, how, if you're saying, okay, Baddie is wrong, and you have to make it kind of look, I guess they want it to be like a dark, sexy concept, right? How are you going to differentiate that from Toxic?
Well, first off, Toxic is only black clothing. It doesn't have any color assigned to it, whereas Baddie is black and neon, like green, yellow.
Yes, I'm saying like the neon part is their differentiation.
Yeah, I'm saying that I would also give Toxic a color. I think I would try to go more of like a goth vampire route with Toxic.
I was literally thinking red or purple.
Thank you. And then for Baddie,
How is
I don't know.
Baddie not pink?
Baddie being pink would have been so good.
Oh my god, and Toxic, like, I'm glad they didn't, but I could also see Toxic being, like, the green one, because I'm like, oh, evil poison type, right?
Oh yeah, true. Chemical waste.
Yes.
That's silly. I really liked the performance in Baddie. I didn't think, like, I thought everyone was kind of serving it. There wasn't any really weak links, but I also felt like there weren't any standouts. I do remember at one point you were surprised that Reno was assigned main vocal and not Yui. Like, it felt like Yui was pulling more of the vocal weight.
Yeah, I guess it felt more like Yui was the main vocal after I heard the performance, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the gay bait?
Oh my god, we finally got gay bait. I can't believe we haven't brought it up yet. We got some lesbian gay bait.
What do you mean, finally?
I feel like I have to sit through so many, like, boy shows where the boys are always gay baiting each other. Women never gay bait each other. But we finally got gay bait, and it was good. I enjoyed it. It was honestly, when I told people about the different songs, and the only thing I said about Baddie was, and this one has gay bait in it.
Oh, how do you feel about Keiko both in the finale and here, she draws, like, paragraphs on her arms in eyeliner.
I didn't even notice that, but I kind of love that for her. Branding.
I don't know if it's branding, but yeah. Okay.
It's a statement.
Speaking of, we just said Baddie, so how do you feel, so how do you feel about Toxic?
I also liked Toxic more than I thought I would. I do stand by my comment last time that the rap was unforgivable. I thought that neither Momoka or Tsukushi could save it. But
I'm sorry. Is there anyone who could save Kawaii? I'm a good girl. Like, no, there is no one on earth who could make that palatable.
Yeah, it was not. But I mean, the performance was like the girls were all serving it. They understood the assignment. No one was giving like lacking in the face except Miss Coconut. I'm so sorry, Coconut, but Coconut, like she knows. It's fine. But I thought Nana was serving it. I was really surprised by my girl Ayane. I felt like she was embodying the concept more than I thought she would. She was giving me Britney. Like I know the song is called Toxic, and that's why I'm saying she was giving me Britney, but she was giving me Britney.
Well, she has the like vocals that Britney does, you know.
She really does, and it was working for me.
I think what's the word? I forget which one, but one of these dark concept songs was very, very popular. Like after it came out, like rivaling or And Me.
Wow, interesting. Yeah. I feel like it's baddie listening to the Spotify recordings, but that's just me.
Wow.
I mean, how did you like Toxic?
I liked Ayane's vocals.
Anything else?
I can't remember it. Was Tsukushi in this one?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I loved whatever she did too. Sorry if my brain's melted.
Oh, you're so fine.
Okay, Momomo went the entire series being like, I can rap, I gotta be a rapper. After she's like, she has beautiful vocals the whole time, and then she raps and it's like...
I know, I was like, Momoko, what are you doing? How did you hyped us up for this long and it wasn't even that good? I'm so sorry, Momoka.
I'm glad you got the opportunity. But okay, first of all, Momoka getting 20th in the final gutted me like a fish.
Oh.
This is Wencha all over again.
Oh my god. Literally. Robbed a queen. I can't believe she dropped from 13 to 20.
Which is, okay, the crazy thing is, prior to this, in anything with, when there's an 11 pick, every 13th has debuted. With a 9 pick, every 11th has debuted.
Wow.
Because the gap with one and then the thing, that person's always debuted. So, something else is that prior to now, everyone in 6th place in the pre-finals has not debuted, but Suzumi did, thank God. Like, if Suzumi didn't debut, they might as well not debut, if I'm being quite honest.
Yeah, they needed her in that group, so I'm so glad she broke that curse.
A brief aside before we go back to songs. So the episode 2 ranking, there are only 3 people from that ranking who did not make it into the group.
Wow. Oh my god. Oh, this is Boys Planet all over again.
They are Rio, Kagura, and Sakura Kitazume.
Sakura Kitazume, oh my god, she was that high. I'm so mad.
I know. Honestly, I think the showrunners, I have given them shit for their rigging abilities in the past, but they kind of rigged it kind of successfully this time. I feel like they got most of the picks they wanted. The only people who I'm like not sure if they really wanted are Rinon and Keiko. The thing is, I'm never sure not whether they want to Yane because they never show her screen time. Well, they also like rarely gave Momona that screen time, right?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of discussions online being like, oh, they didn't want Momona. She's just powerful enough to get the votes herself. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like they just feel like she was a safe bet.
I assumed that they thought that they were a safe bet.
Yeah.
And that, like, they didn't really have to invest this time that they could have invested on someone else.
Yeah, and I mean that it proved them right. She was number 1.
A fun game, but it's sort of like, in a produce show, are you A, the nepotism pick? Are you B, the vocal everyone agrees on? This not necessarily a number 1 vocal in the show, but in the top 3 vocalists of the show. Number 3, are you the chosen center of the show?
And those are...
Number 4, are you the accepted personality who will make cunt music after the show? Number 5 through 11, are you visual 1, visual 2, visual 3, visual 4, visual 5?
Oh no! Yeah. That is how it feels sometimes.
I'm like, my personality pick, like, think about it. That's my Chungha Eunbi Youngun trust that So Youngun will be making cunt music after she leaves Kepler.
We have
Ricky.
Ricky's gonna be making cunt music? Okay.
Well, no, but he's my / personality here.
Okay, that is so funny.
It's like
I
Keiko.
hope he makes cunt music after this. Sure, why not?
Keiko's in that category for me.
Keiko, I feel like, has broken the comedy girl curse. I feel like the comedy girl never makes it.
I know where Keiko broke the comedy curse, but like I feel like Keiko is really going to be the Jouet of this group. Jouet is from Momoland, who helped the group by being good in commercials.
Oh, interesting. Not technically the face of the group, but like spokesman?
So I would maybe face of the group, sort of like but like Keiko has like that hype.
Like if she worked at a department store, she could convince me to buy some awful perfume.
Oh yeah, I would buy perfume from Keiko. I'd be like, OMG, I love your nails. What's it called? I'm happy Keiko debuted. Honestly, there are people I could trade out, even though I really truly wish that Rinon and Momoka debuted. Like truly. I can live with this lineup. Like everyone can sing, like all except for like maybe 3 or 4 people, everyone can sing. And that's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like the top 20 was a really good top 20. Like I felt like they were working with a great bunch, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. But I too wish Reno and Momoka were in it. Like that would have been the icing on the cake.
I know. Let's do A to Z. The final meta. They needed 1 more minute to crush Hana into the dust.
I am so sad about Mena. Mena leaving was so sad.
First of all, they're like, by the way, Haruka also quit high school for this, so don't put too much on Mena for this. Like, come on.
We won't even give her that. Ugh. But Mena still, like, did really well, I felt.
Yeah, I'm a big Mena head.
And this is the one song that I put in a Spotify playlist. So.
Literally, I love, like, A to Z is so good. I'm like, I do that A to Z, like, hand thing all the time.
Cute. No, it's so good. I love the energy. I felt like the performance itself live was a little bit lacking in terms of, I think the team wasn't really well-rounded, but that was just like the way that the cards fell or whatever, the way the chips fell. Yeah.
I like elements of the stage costuming, but I felt it wasn't as cohesive as some of the others.
Honestly, that is the one that I don't even like remember. I feel like I remember I 100% remember every other stage because every other stage was so distinct. But you're right, A to Z did not have that. Not even like cohesion within each other, but it didn't have like a brand to it. It wasn't trying to say anything as a group.
Because I feel like one of the things for that group is they tried to give everyone like wool, like fuzzy stuff, but like Haramena was wearing like bright purple and yellow blocks, and like Ida Shizuku was wearing like light beige and like pink stripes. And I'm like, this is not visually cohesive.
What would you
have
done?
One girl has a hat. Can we get more hair accessories?
This group needed some fuzzy scrunchies.
Literally. Like we needed like what happened to those big ass fuzzy headbands?
So true. Wow. Okay, that would be a really good direction to take this group in. I remember last time you said you wanted sparkles.
Yeah.
I would also love it. I would love it if they all dressed up like, this is so stupid, but like different bugs. I don't know. A to Z just makes me think of like kids rhyme. So I'm thinking like picnicky.
Let's get the hungry caterpillar up here, girls.
Yes. It would eat.
You know what? I have great trust in you. So even though I don't understand what you're saying, I'm going to say it's right because I believe in you.
Thank you. Thank you. I want some girls and some fun antennas. I don't know. It's my vision. I think we should have more fun with it.
So then we have And Me. I feel like maybe like they should stop auto-tuning in the recording Suzumi, because when she's live, it's so much better for some reason.
Yeah, I couldn't even listen to the Spotify version because all I wanted was Suzumi live belting Butterfly, and I just couldn't get that. And that being said, Suzumi's belting was like the only thing that stuck out to me in this performance.
Literally, this song was like, it was Suzumi and no one else.
Yeah.
Like, if Suzumi did this and she didn't debut, like, what would be the point of having the show?
She carried that. Like, every other second another person was the, like, camera focused on them, I was like, okay, when are we getting back to Suzumi? Oh, so good. So she deserved all of those bonus votes.
That's true. Oh, by the way, I think it's so funny that Rinon is like, well, okay, I'm gonna be a rapper, guys.
What other option did she have?
Well, I mean, okay, she can't sing because she kind of, like, maybe it's just because, okay, the first song she did, she had to do character voice. The second song she did was too low for a range, so it kind of gave her Muppet voice both times, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, does she have Muppet voice, and that she can't change that because she has no vocal training? Or is that just her vocal tone, or is this because she has no vocal training, or etc.?
Yeah.
But I'm like, the thing is, like, rap isn't, like, something that anyone can just immediately do and be good at it either. Like,
it does require skill.
It does require, like, skill and training, and I'm like, okay, sorry for this random tangent, but something that annoys me in K-pop is that they will take, like, let's say 6 beautiful young women, and they will go through 6 of them, and they'll say, okay, you can't sing, therefore you will be the rapper. Why didn't you find someone who wanted to rap?
Yeah.
Ahead of time. Like, one of the Luna girls, who's a rapper, was told she would rap, and she cried because she wanted to be a vocalist.
Oh, sad.
Well, sorry, this completely... Because I know this is random, because Rinon obviously specifically did, like, move in the middle of the show to be a rapper because it was working more for her than singing. But I'm like, I still think rapping is not that easy. We can't just...
Yeah, I mean, in the Bijin performance, she felt like the weakest rapper to me, so I was really surprised when her popularity skyrocketed. I think she has the potential to improve, but like you said, like, it feels like rappers are simultaneously, like, taken for granted in a lot of these shows and also, like, celebrated for doing the minimum. I don't know. I would love to sit down with Ken the 390 and have a discussion about what he thinks the rap culture in these shows is like. I haven't stopped thinking about Chanmina's advice where she's like, if you get better at singing, you will get better at rapping. And I do think that the most successful rappers on the show, being Tsukushi and Keiko, were the ones who also knew how to belt. And there seems to be girls in certain situations, and we can see this with, like, Rinon, where she's like, okay, well, I don't feel as confident in my singing voice, so I'm going to go the rap approach. And then in Produce 48, we had Hyeon, who was like, actually, I don't want to rap at all, but when rapping in Boom Baya was working for her, she was like, okay, whatever, I'll just stick with this. And she kept rapping, even though, like, she wasn't horrible at it, but she wasn't great at it either. It was just, like, something to do.
Like, it's being, like, a lack of passion, and, like, choosing it not because it's necessarily something that you are very passionate about rap itself, and, like, telling your story through verse, but rather because you want to be an idol and they need a rapper.
Yeah. That was very succinctly said. Do we have anything else to say about Anmi?
Oh, Anmi? No, it was literally just Suzumi. Okay, the outfits were kind of giving Girls' Generation Genie.
These were my favorite outfits.
It was most considered. It was definitely most considered of them all.
Most considered song, most considered outfits.
Yeah.
It was obvious that Anmi was going to win from the first moment.
It was chock full of all the most popular members and the best singer.
And just the best song in general.
Yeah, it's so great. It sounded like a GDR song.
And it didn't have, like, an equivalent, because you could argue that, like, Popcorn and A to Z were both the cute concept songs. Baddie and Toxic were both the girl crush songs. Anmi was by itself.
That's true, because if your favorite thing is cute concept, and you are being biased towards concept, then you'll have 2 songs to split your vote. And you're biased towards like dark, sexy concept, then you will have 2 songs to split your vote.
Riggory.
I don't know about that. But okay, okay, so episode 10's ranking was more gagging than episode 11's, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the most changes happened there. The difference between episode 10 and episode 11's ranking was 1 person.
Yeah. Oh, was it Rin?
Yes. Sorry, Rin was the only person who didn't make it. In episode 10, the shocking things are that Suzu dropped out, Ida and Reno skyrocketed in, and who else?
Nano dropped out.
Yes, Nano dropped out. Sad, so sad for Nano. And episode 11, the crazy thing about episode 11's rankings was who was like very low and at the bottom, not who was in it. So it felt more crazy when it was happening, even though there's literally only one difference in person. And it was someone who had been in the top 11 every single time before that anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So, number 10 was Suzumi Ebihara, which, number 1, it is fucking crazy for her to be at 10, right? So, the thing about Suzumi getting 10 is both good and bad, in that I'm like, you need to fight harder for a good vocal. If this was top 9, Suzumi would be dead, bro. But also, it was kind of calming to go into the final and have number 1 being like, okay, we got our main vocal, we're good to go, guys.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like if I had watched it live and I saw Suzumi being announced first, I would have been like, phew! Because when Haruka was announced as 19 before, I was like, nice! Glad Haruka made it! We can keep moving forward.
Suzumi called out Aoharu one more time.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Only person who cares about Aoharu, how sweet. Ron was number 9, also pretty low, right?
That is very low for Ron.
I know, because, Suzumi had 577, and Ron had 588,000, right?
Okay.
Then we have Shimizu Keiko at number 8, with 591, and she was, crying and shaking like she dropped something multiple times, and, every single trainer was crying for Keiko. Reno especially, so Yumiki, and Kayla.
Oh, they love her. They're so happy for her. Wow, I might have to go back and watch this.
She didn't think she was going to make it. Next was Kokona at number... next was Shizuku at 593 at 7.
Just barely beat Keiko, wow.
I know, she was pretty surprised to be there. Being blonde really helps you sometimes. And I'm not saying that's her thing, but when she went blonde, she shot up in the ranks. Powerful sometimes. It's that Ricky Riz. I know.
She claimed the spot as the one blonde person in the group, and honestly, this might be insane to say, but I wonder if Momoko would have made it if Shizuku didn't dye her hair.
No, Momoko's 20th.
No, I still feel like the tables could have turned in Momoko's favor as being the one person with bleached hair.
Momoko overlaps with anything. I think it's Keiko. If you like personality women with nails.
That's true. Rapper vocal combo.
Yeah. For 593, at number 6, at also 593, was Kokona.
Wow, very close.
Yeah,
wow.
She was
876.
Yeah, she was surprised to be up here. At this point, Kokoro was shaking and crying.
Oh no. Kokoro was like, I'm not gonna make it.
She truly did not think she was going to make it. At this point, Momoko was also crying.
Oh no. Oh, these girls wanted it so bad.
I know. Suzu is at 5 with 631k.
Really shocked at that comeback. I did not expect Suzu to rank that high after ranking 14, but I guess it was they panic showed Nano and Suzu. No, sorry, they panic showed Nano the elimination before, but Nano still didn't go that much back up in ranking after they panic showed her. And I assumed that the same would happen to Suzu after she got 14th last elimination. She just wasn't gonna, come back from it.
They didn't want to live without her.
They didn't want to live without her, yeah. I'm surprised.
above Suzu, who was at 631k, is at 655k. It was Sakurai Miyu. She beat her rival, which was Ron, which was a storyline they had for a little bit, and they decided not to have anymore.
Yeah, I forgot about that storyline.
At third, Takami Ayane, 686,000. She was also shaking and crying. She really did not think she was going to make it.
Ayane, baby girl.
Which isn't crazy because she had her one pick power is crazy. But also, they said, hey, Ayane, and she collapsed to the ground.
Oh, Ayane. I'm so happy for her, though. This is so good for me.
Number 2 at 700,000 is Renown.
I cannot believe how effective her edit was when they weren't even trying.
I know, I think, Rin Rin Princess is cute, yeah? Kitty Face Nya is really powerful when everyone else's rap is, I don't have enough screen time.
I guess.
Okay.
Those Hime bangs really changed the game for her.
So what they did is they called up number 1 and 2 at the same time to show these are the top 2. Well, now to tell you who got number 1. So obviously Renown was number 2. Momona had her speech prepared.
Girl was confident.
And she got number 1. 1.1 million.
Good for her.
She looked a little displeased at this point. Maybe I know she's friends with Kokoro, so maybe she was missing her.
I'm sad.
Anyways, they called out number 11, it was Kokoro, and Kokoro started crying, and they had to, when they cut to her, they had to cut away a lot because she was just bawling.
Oh, well, I'm happy for Kokoro. I'm glad she made it.
Yeah, this was truly her last chance.
Yeah, she broke the cherry bullet curse.
Hey, we're giving her credit for breaking the cherry bullet curse, but technically, Lin just beat it on Next Girls, a Taiwanese show where she was in Baby Mint. Baby Mint made a song called Hello Kitty Bala Curry that kind of broke the internet, and her team made it.
Oh, I didn't know that we had another cherry bullet. Honestly, wow, that brings so many things together for me. That's beautiful.
Yeah, so just so you know, Kokoro, she didn't break the curse, but the curse did not work on her.
Yeah, okay.
Number 12 was Sekiguchi Reno.
That's crazy. She was so close.
My J, so close but so far.
Literally, J of the season.
13 was Rin.
I'm surprised that she dropped, I guess, but also not really. I don't know. They never pushed Rin that hard.
They never wanted her.
No, she just got lucky. Which is crazy to say, but
she just part of it is if I'm Rin and I don't make it at the end and I'm I fought for weeks when no one else would do this with me. I'm what did I do that for?
Yeah. I hope that she goes far.
Me too. She's clearly a hard worker. Number 14, the face that can carry you through it all, Kano Kagura.
Her face card gets her in anywhere, except this group.
They never let her on screen.
No, she was ranking high first week, and they were like, we cannot give this girl any more screen time. They never did. Still made it to the final, and I am so impressed.
Which clearly shows if they gave her any screen time, she would be there.
Yeah. Wow.
15, Tanaka Yuki.
Honestly, I'm so happy Yuki got this far. Thinking back to that, I can't believe how far we've come since that first week, the red suit performance with Jueri.
Oh, Jueri.
I love Yuki. I have to admit it. I love her. She's great.
I know. Go, Yuki. Next is Kenmotsu Nano. Poor Nano.
Poor Nano. I think the direction that I thought they were going with the group with Momona and Miyu, I thought Nano was kind of going to be a shoo-in because she fits that so well. But they just didn't push her.
I can never decide whether they wanted her or not because they always sort of flip-flopped in between good and bad edits.
Yeah.
I like her though. She's talented. Next is Koto.
I'm so sad Koto didn't make it.
18 is another face that can carry you through it all, Kitazato Rio.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Rio. You never got screen time. I don't have anything to say about you.
Number 19 is my girl there for how much I like her and not for how much I like her talent, Sakuraba Haruka.
I love Haruka. If
I love
Haruka
her.
was in the top 11, I'd be like, slay.
I love her because she's so cute.
She's so cute and she can sing. She did sing. She's so fun.
Number 20th, fuck my life, it's Tagamatage Momoka.
She really is the winja of the season.
She really is the winja of the season, for real, for real.
Oh my god. She deserved higher. Like, I'm actually mad at the public.
I'm really sad about it. Didn't we talk about, like, they all got, like, little activities instead of, like, Girls Planet where they're fucking potato farmers, they actually all got, like, cute and nice things to do?
Yes, they did. They did get fun, nice things to do.
Okay, number 1. These girls went in an elevator?
Yeah, but that was the coolest elevator.
It was a really cool elevator.
They got to stare out a window. I would have chosen that one. I think I would have chosen that one. I would have been like, okay, I'm going to stare out the window, point your camera away from me. I'm looking. I'm having my moment.
I would have wanted the toxic one, where they, like, ate street food.
The street food one did look good. Honestly, based on what, like, I'm sure these girls are eating, like, cafeteria food, so I'm sure I probably would have wanted food if I was in there.
Oh, A to Z, they're like little rainbow cakes.
That was so cute, but also strange. Like, what is this promotion for some random, like, Instagram cafe?
Got to get a budget up somehow. Oh my god, 12 and me at that Pork Belly cafe.
That Pork Belly did look really good.
I know. What the fuck did the other group do?
They got their makeup and hair done, right? Batty did.
If you get to choose between, like, free hair and free makeup from a professional, and I don't have an event that day, why would I not choose the free hair?
Oh, you're so right. I get it. You're so right. I would definitely choose the hair. It was fun. I'm glad the girls had a good time.
What do you think the final group's music will be like?
I think that with Momona in the center, it's going to be a little bit more elegant, or I hate saying cunty, but a little bit more cunty than anybody else in the center.
Do you think they're going to actually commit to having centers like this?
I mean, does Japan do it in the same way that Korea does it? Because I feel like Korea is pretty... They keep with the centers.
Well, I thought for Boys Planet, I know Boys Planet is not produced, but Boys Planet, they're like, we don't have a center. The center's for the first song only.
I don't know. I felt like they kept with Zhang Hao, but at the same time, that's not produce. But I'm just thinking of, like, the previous seasons of produce that I know. Like, I felt like they kept pretty consistent. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do cute. This isn't a cute lineup to me. I'm hoping that they do more Y2K Butterfly.
I would freaking love if they made more DDR music. The two songs that they had were for the finale, or the 3 songs. They had 3 songs. 2 of them were pretty hit or miss. Momoko was the center for one of them.
Happy for her.
They were okay. I thought the ballad was actually very sweet. Is the one that Kayla wrote for them.
I really admired this season and, like, the involvement that the trainers had in, like, the songs and the choreography, because I know Yumaki did some of the choreography for the original songs too. Like, I just thought that was sweet. Do you have a prediction about the music that they're gonna make?
I hope it's gonna be like And Me.
Okay.
Maybe with its success, with its popularity and success, it'll work with that. Oh, now what to really look out for is that there's Lap 1 Entertainment. For the past few Japanese produces, has taken, like, a selection of the trainees that didn't make it and made us, like, basically an even.
Oh.
Like, for Boys Planet Even, they basically make one for each of those.
I love that. I think we need more of that.
I feel like they have 2 options here, which is depending on I feel like their 2 options are to go for a more J-pop-y, more cute concept.
Mm-hmm.
Or to go for a more, like, thinking about the popularity of, I forgot either Batty or Toxic did very well, is to go for that concept.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you go for that concept, I feel like it'd be very easy to do, like, a Rino, Nano, Yuki, Momoka type group.
Mm-hmm.
Or to do, like a Rio, Nagomi, like, Kagura, like cutesy J-poppy group.
It'll be interesting. I hope that they make one because I don't know. I'm excited. I am excited to follow Miai. Like, I feel like this is a good lineup, and there's a potential that they could make some really good music.
I know, I'm very excited, and I'm also excited to see, so obviously with Girls Planet, they completely fucked over Kep-, like, all the potential that Kep1er could have had to be, like, a successful, like, group, because, like, this was supposed to be the group that came after IZ*ONE.
Yeah, but they just didn't know what they wanted to do with Kep1er's image.
I know, and, like, that was a huge mistake because it had the force to be one of the biggest current girl groups in a time when girl groups are becoming much more popular.
Yeah, completely.
Now this J group, this is not only their first girl group, but also the first post IZ*ONE produce group.
It's true. Ooh.
So this has the power. They could really do anything with it, and also it is definitely a huge possibility to make it big.
I'm so excited. I really hope that they're gonna make some really good music and really, I don't know. I miss being like rabidly obsessed with any groups. I haven't had that in a while, so this has the potential to be that for me.
They literally have Suzumi, which is the most important part.
I said going into the finale, I was like, okay, if Ayane, Keiko, Suzumi, and Momoka make it, like, hands down, I'm standing. That's the dream scenario. Mm-hmm. And only Momoka didn't make it. And I feel like 3 out of 4 is pretty good, especially when I'm happy with all of the other members of the group, too.
Woohoo!
Yay, a successful season of Produce 101.
Yeah, surprisingly, I'm like, because, like, I'm going to be honest, watching Boys Planet felt punishing.
Yeah, so, this felt a lot less, like, painful to get through somehow.
Like, I feel like Boys Planet gave me, like, radiation sickness. Like, I'm doing okay right now.
Yeah, Boys Planet literally was giving me so much stress. It was not healthy, but it was funny. And I just love seeing how things go. And I think Boys Planet, like, coming off of Kep1er and Kep1er kind of just falling off really fast, like, that also had added insecurity. It like gave me like, oh my god, this might not even work. Like, they still hadn't perfected. We didn't know if they had perfected their algorithm since they went from the cells to the G group and K group. But it turned out, I mean, Zero Base One is doing great.
Well, thank everyone for going on this little journey with us.
It was so fun. I really enjoyed it. I love speculating with you, so I'm glad we got to take the time to do it.
OMG, I love aggregating data and making and making aesthetic value judgments.
I love making mediocre logos with you.
I know. I'm like, if you see floating pixels in any of the art I made, no, you don't.
Literally.